The situation in Lakhimpur Kheri refuses to cool down, with politicians of opposition parties flocking to Uttar Pradesh to protest against what happened on Sunday. However, it seems that Uttar Pradesh at this point is divided, is split into two parallel worlds. On one hand, you have the opposition, you have the farmers crying foul, protesting against the government, protesting against the killings that happened on Sunday. And on the other hand, you have the Prime Minister who visited Lucknow on Tuesday and gave a speech tom-tomming the achievements of the Uttar Pradesh government, completely ignoring what happened in Lakhimpur Kheri. Now, we all know what happened on Sunday. The families of the dead farmers allege that MOS, Ajay Mishra's son Ashish, was a part of the convoy that mowed down some of the protesters. On the other hand, the opposition has made sure that the issue remains in the headlines. We've seen Priyanka Gandhi, Jayant Chaudhary, Rahul Gandhi, Akhilesh Yadav, Bhupesh Baghel, the Punjab Chief Minister Channi, everybody raising their voice against the killings, ensuring that the government feels cornered. But what you see is the Prime Minister going to Lucknow, which is barely 150 kilometers away from Lakhimpur Kheri, where the tragedy unfolded, and adopting this very self-congratulatory, this very, very celebratory tone where he goes around tom-tomming the achievements of the BJP government in the state. Now, this is very typical Narendra Modi. We know him as a leader who likes to brazen it out instead of seeming like he's giving in to demands that the opposition or his critics are making. But even for that trait, and even for a leader with that trait, to be able to adopt such a glorifying approach, as I said, barely 150 kilometers from where a tragedy has unfolded, seems a bit excessive, seems a bit much. Just look at the Prime Minister's speech that he made on Tuesday. He talked about the achievements of the Yogi government. He talked about how the PM Awas Yojana has been a success. He talked about how the RERA has been a success. He talked about how, you know, the LED street lights that have been installed have ensured a lot of money saved. Essentially talked about how fantastic the UP government has been. But there was no mention whatsoever of the tragedy in Lakhimpur Kheri. Now, even if you were to look at it objectively, we don't know what really transpired there. That's for the law to take its own course. We don't know whether Ashish Mishra was part of the convoy. We don't know if the farmers turned violent, even though, of course, eyewitness accounts do point towards the involvement of Ajay Mishra's son, and the minister's own speech, provocative speech, has also come to light. However, the BJP can still sort of choose to ride that storm out. But from a purely empathetic point of view, from the point of view of being the Prime Minister, the representative of the people, it's not just insensitive, it's bordering on arrogance for the Prime Minister to completely ignore it, to go to the very state where this has happened and talk about everything except the incident. In fact, you know, forget about condoling with the families of the victims, forget about expressing anguish. The least the Prime Minister can do is at least not adopt, as I said, this pat on the back approach and make it seem like his favorite Sab Changa Si, which seems to have now become his mantra. The starkness, you know, is very glaring if you compare how the opposition is behaving and how the government is behaving. The defining image of this entire political brouhaha is, of course, Priyanka Gandhi sweeping the floor of the guest house in which she was kept in detention, Rahul Gandhi's press conferences, Jayant Chaudhary at his vocal best, Bhupesh Baghel addressing a press conference at the Lucknow airport, Charanjit Channi protesting. A horde of opposition leaders coming together to ensure the issue remains in the headlines, it's not forgotten, and to corner the government, and of course the farmers upset and protesting. The government, on the other hand, as I said, is brazening it out as it always does, with the Prime Minister in Lucknow in his 35-minute speech refusing to acknowledge the issue. But there is a thin line between brazenness and insensitivity, and this episode falls in the latter category. As I said, when people have lost their lives and the Prime Minister is there in the neighborhood talking about issues, it just seems callous, insensitive to not mention this at all. Now, to be sure, this is not new to Narendra Modi. We've known him to be a leader like that. We've known him to be someone who does not buckle under pressure, who likes to ride the storm, as it were, and who sees acknowledging something or apologizing for something or taking action against someone as a sign of weakness. He thinks that if he gives in to the demand of the opposition or his critics, he will be seen as being weak. and to be a strong leader, to be the 56-inch chess leader that he wants to be, he has to be seen as being his own person, setting the agenda instead of getting trapped into the opposition's agenda. This issue, however, is not about conceding to the opposition. This issue is not about giving in to the critics. Expressing anguish over something that happened, over a tragedy that unfolded, and sort of pushing for prompt action and pushing for justice is not a sign of weakness. If at all, it's a sign of a statesman. Now, as I said, we know Modi is always like this, but nearly 2 terms now, 1.5 terms as Prime Minister, one would expect him to become more statesman-like. One would expect him to become a little more mature, a little more empathetic to the people. Modi always likes to play this family elder. That's a kind of role we've seen that he's trying to evolve himself into with his Mann Ki Baat address and his various address to the nations, how he's trying to model himself. But for that, he also has to rise to the occasion when situations like these demand. We know the opposition is now training its guns against the government because there is also UP elections next year, and which is perhaps why the Prime Minister in his speech on Tuesday chose to only talk about the achievements of the Yogi Adityanath government, which is fair enough for a party which is staring at an important election, but certainly not when something of this scale has happened and when that is what is grabbing headlines. The Prime Minister is doing what he knows best and relying on what he knows best, which is obliviousness, obduracy and obfuscation, and that's something that he's trying to do at this point as well. But as I said, given the situation, given the scale of the situation, and given the fact that he is the Prime Minister of the country, Narendra Modi at this point is coming across as being more insensitive, unempathetic and callous than brazen. For more, you can log on to our website theprint.in to read my column Politics.